Hello, everyone. Welcome back to 10 Minutes Astrology. This week, we are continue our transiting Neptune journey to the third house. So, what would happen when transiting Neptune move into third house, Alejo?
Well, the third house, it's about the way we think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's also about the way we communicate, the way we listen, and what we're interested in learning.
Mm.
So I would say one of the most likely manifestations that may happen when Neptune goes into the third house, again, I will come up with two very different images, but they are
Mm-hmm.
related to Neptune. Again, the idea is to engage with the imaginary world through the mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this could create like an enhanced mental activity that is more intuitive, that is more creative, that is connected with the imaginary world, or the opposite. It could create, the world of imagination has opened its gates and there's a flood of images that's coming to our brain. So there might be a sense of you call it fog brain they call it, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it's you wake up and you're a little bit unsure, so maybe you
Yeah.
start mixing up the words. You want to say something, you don't remember what you want to say, you forget the dates, all of the kind of third house issues, which is the information, becomes foggy. And again, it's a way of encouraging you, let's not say forcing you, encouraging
Mm-hmm.
you to surrender to a higher power, in this case, in the mental arena, to accept you are not in control and to connect with the imaginal and the spiritual, right?
Jesus, that really a hard task for me. For someone to be honest, for someone always maybe pretended to be very rational person like me. Also, I have a Mercury
Mm,
in Pisces, but I still thinking I'm very airy person. When I listen what you talking about, I was so scared.
yeah, it can be scary, yes.
Yeah, yeah, it's about the surrender through your rationality, through your the things you say, that's how you make a decision. I mean, I shouldn't be scared because I have Mercury in Pisces, but when you talk about that, still my Aquarius sun still there like, oh, that is so dangerous. That is
Yeah,
so dangerous.
because I think these placements like Mercury in Pisces or Neptune in the third are so intense that sometimes we will react from their exact opposite.
Yes, really, yes, that is true. May I share a experience with our audience as this Mercury in Pisces moment coming? Okay, if you are like me, who is thinking you're supposed to be very rational, or you have a rational mind, and you have difficulty to dealing with this kind of a Neptune in third house moment, let me share with you. There is one time when I supposed to teaching, so I prepare all the teaching notes and I felt very familiar with what I was teaching. But suddenly, during my talk, during my presentation, suddenly the voice comes through me, and it's not what I prepared to say, and was kind of
Mm.
something channeling, to be honest. And for me, that is a frightened moment because I don't know what I was talking about, but the word continued flowing out through my mouth. Then I
Wow.
decide to let it go. I decide to let it come in, let it go, let it spray out. And then we were dealing with that later. And my student come to me say, that was one of the best lecture they ever experienced.
Wow.
So I think it comes a reason this Neptune in the third house experience is like they are ready and they are flowed out. So let it go, let it out to experience it. We can do we can examine it later. But for me, usually I will not allow myself to, lose control about what I say. But that was
Mm.
so interesting moment. That was an interesting moment.
Yeah, very powerful. When you open the gates
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Neptune, you get
yeah.
inspired.
And I was going to wash everything, wash everything away. But I think, oh my God, and that's through my word, through my voice. So I was like, it doesn't happen often. I think my rational mind not allowed it happen so often. But at that time, I just like, you know what? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not in control at this moment. So let it do it. Let it do it. I can watch it. That's it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Very good.
yeah. This is kind of transiting Neptune in the third house could happen. I don't know. I'm not going to say every day, but it is kind of a make us more familiar with the Neptune in the
Yes.
the spirituality or intangible or even the art.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
things.
I
Yeah,
think especially you're going to have these events, these moments with Neptune in the third, when while it's going through the third, it's making aspects to your natal placement. So that's when this is going to come up in some
definitely.
way, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So try to get inspired. Don't be afraid. I think Neptune, one thing of Neptune, it bring the vision, bring the dream, and allow us to see the possibility. Even those possibility somehow look like a ridiculous or somehow look like a too crazy, But I think if that's not crazy, it's not worth to try it.
I mean, you have to dream big, right, to get big. I think with Neptune in the third, is what you're saying. Like some ideas might be too out of this world,
Yeah.
but I think it's also important to allow a level of uncertainty because the third house is how we think, right? And so when Neptune
Yeah,
is there, maybe it's an indication that it's a moment to think in terms that are not fully certain, in terms that allow change in the future, and perhaps to learn and to think about again the spiritual world, the artistic world, the imaginal world. It's kind of go there to find information. Yeah.
yeah. Before I finished, I really like what you say because I just remember some people say we are all somehow limited by our mindset.
Ah,
The
yeah, very
word
smart.
we, the,
Yeah.
the word we recognize are building by our experience, and then those experience or those teaching and those doctrine limit our mind to shaping the world. So I think that maybe when the Neptune moment coming, even though it's crazy, but
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
it tell us like there is something else there, we not know, but don't let our cage in our head, in our brain to limit us. Maybe that would be a
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
fantastic
like it so
magical
much.
moment. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Alejo, for joining me today for this Neptune in the third house. And next week, we're going to move to the fourth house then. See you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.